Send. What? I don't... What? I don't remember this. Whoa.
¿Qué volen? ¿Más? Vamos.
Oh, cool. We got it. Okay. So, cool. So all you have to do is come back, talk to this dude after you get all 3 nail arts, which we could have done a long time ago. I just didn't know it. Had to look it up. What does it do? It increases the bear's mastery of nail arts, allowing them to focus their power faster and unleash arts sooner. Okay. I'll be honest, I haven't really been taking advantage of the nail arts because I haven't really found them to be very good in the times I have tried them. Like they weren't really doing anything more for me, so I just quit using them. I think that's something that the developers, any developer, and I've experienced this before in games where a developer will give you a specific like tool or ability in the game, but they don't really incentivize you to use it because it's not particularly very good. So you end up just forgetting about it or never using it. It's possible it could be a very powerful ability, but you might not know it because you've forgotten to use it because it didn't work very good to begin with. So it is cheap, this Nail Master Glory. It's only 1 notch, so that's pretty cool. Okay, since we've literally got every charm in the game for the most part, with the exception of doing the long quest for this, I'm gonna try to go do this one for the last 2 grubs. So you got anything else to say? Okay. I think we just have to hoof it. Because that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to do these grubs, because there's no tram and that top bench doesn't work. If you die or you exit out to warp back to it, it doesn't warp you to it. It puts you at the bottom, and then you got to climb all the way around to get to them. That's why I really don't want to do these. But we'll give it 2 tries. After 2, if we don't get it, we're not fucking with it. And then after that, I think we're done. Let's see. And then I think we can go, I guess, finish the game up. Let's take the tram. Even though there's that elevator at the end, you have to do all this stupid platforming just to get over there. And even if you do, you still have to go down to get the bench, so it's not worth it. Let me explain what I mean. This is so fucking bad. Okay. So, technically, we can go over here to the elevator and then go all the way across, right? But because this bench doesn't save you, you can only save here. So even if we were to go all the way across, which is still pretty, risky, saving at the bench doesn't do anything. I mean, okay, we refresh our health. Big fucking deal. Then we have to go all the way around to try to get to the first one. And if we're failing at those the smashers, because they reset you, then what's going to end up happening is we're going to have to go through all over again, and which would mean we'd have to bench over here, or we can bench here and go all the way up Yeah, I hate what they did with this game. It's so fucking annoying. Like it's like they purposely did everything they could to inconvenience the player. I think it's Forgotten Crossroads, yeah. Like the games that I grew up on, like with Nintendo and Super Nintendo, they were punishing. Don't get me wrong, they were very punishing, but they rewarded you generally when you were like as you progressed through the game. If you had to get through something difficult, there was something there that was worth it to make it rewarding. And somewhere along the way, developers started having you go through all these hoops and punishing the fuck out of you and then not rewarding you. And that's kind of how I feel. I'm not saying all games. This game definitely. This game has a lot of, like areas where it's like, okay, you can get through it, but it doesn't really matter because, oh shit. Oh, I think we're screwed because it blocked off this area over here. Fuck. Yeah, we might be screwed. Yeah, because we can't get down now because they blocked it. Son of a bitch. Well, okay. So since they blocked that, because what we were going to do, well, wait a minute. No, we can go up. Yeah, we need to go up anyways. Never mind. We don't need to go down. Okay. I was stupid. I fucked up. Whoa! I think we can use this one. Maybe. Okay, so we need to get to that bench. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, we cannot go that way because it is blocked off. We have to come in from the top, which means we can go that way, but there's all this smashing shit here, which we need to get through anyways. However, we can keep going up and around and go that way, or we can come down. Yeah. since we're not fighting a lot of shit, let's take that off. Let's take that off. Damn, we still need one. So I was thinking if we could put this on. Yeah, we can maybe do that. Oh, yeah, we need the... Okay, let's take that off. Let's put that on. And then do the double dash. I don't know, maybe... I don't know if we should do Sprint Master or... We'll go with that. So this will give us more iframes. This will allow our health to regen, so we get more options, and then of course it's more health. Let's try it with this and see if it'll work. Mainly doing this because we are on our last charm for the most part. Now my understanding is this is supposed to heal. Yeah, okay, so we're getting healed. Okay, I don't know if we can heal ourselves though. Okay, it looks like it's working. Which means if we get smashed, I don't know if it's going to take a full bubble or not, but if it doesn't, then we can heal and we can keep trying until hopefully we get it. Theoretically, whether that works that way, well, I guess we'll find out. I mean, we can still rest, but it's not gonna... Okay. It's not gonna let us reset. Now, even though this thing has the healing option, why didn't I use this for like the boss fights? Because I guess I wouldn't say it's not effective. I'm sure it is, but I have to give up 4 notches, and I want the damage, and that's 3, and then I need range, so that's 5. So it's kind of like, do I go damage or do I go, healing? So I went more offensive. Not saying it's the right choice or the best choice, but the longer you're fucking dragging out the fight, it doesn't really, especially with these fights, you're not doing yourself any favors. Now, if you're doing like a challenge mode or something, yeah, that's a different story. But I think if you're doing challenge mode, you're not going to be, that's not what you're really going to want to be doing. You're going to be wanting to not get hit. Oh shit. Okay, so we can, okay, cool. So that's actually pretty powerful because you can heal and you can regen. Let me look at this again. So if you were to drop Unbreakable, that gives you 2 back. Yeah, we'll look at it again once we're done with this. Oh. Okay. I guess we... Hold on, I guess we go down. Okay, so if we let it regenerate, we can just keep trying until hopefully we get through it. Of course, we can try this too. Okay, so there is no switch. I was thinking, because I did look that up, because I was wondering, like, how are you supposed to get through this? You just have to dodge and hopefully you get through. Question is it going to start me all the way over? It is. I should have put on that other charm, because that would regenerate every time I get hit. So it like cancels it out. At that bench, we could actually probably Let's see if we can change. I guess we could try that. So this top one is easier than the bottom ones, but it's psychologically manipulative because the other ones are pounding the auditory. I almost think it would be better to turn off the audio because it fucks with your head on the timing because you're visually looking at it, but you also have the audio from the ones on the bottom and the audio from the ones on the top. At least for me, I can't speak for other people. And it kind of fucks with you on your timing. So I would argue mute the audio for a moment and don't try your best to just focus on looking at the top three because these are actually easier to get through than the bottom ones. But yeah, that audio is really fucks with you because it overwhelms you with the sound and then when you're looking at the timing. Very clever. I'll give them that. That's a clever design. Not my cup of tea, but I get what they did there. That is very clever. Okay, so let's try to go down and get the last one. And that shit's frustrating as fuck. I don't know if we can get this last one this way because I don't remember what was needed. I know there's a barrier preventing us from approaching from the left to the right, but coming down, yeah, I don't remember what we need. Oh, I think we need to go. Do we need to jump up there? No, we didn't have to do that. We could have just come down the other way. Okay. Okay, so there's a lever there. Confused. Oh, okay. So second. remember being down at the lower level there because we were trying to go that direction, but we couldn't. Well, we kept running out of life. Okay, so there's a way up from the bottom there. We're at 60 hours. See, it resets us down at the lower bench, not at the one we saved at, which is fine. This is what we wanted. But there's another bench that happened with. I think it's this one over here. The one right at Kingdom's Edge, where when you're gonna go fight Hornet. I think that one's the other one. Anyways, let's try going from this direction to see if that works. I might be able to go up from the other way. Okay, so we can't go this way either. I seem to remember running into these smashers. Okay, so we got to go all the way back up and around, and we have to. Ah, this one sucks. This one's like really fucking long. I think I remember now. I think that room. All right. I think there's, yeah, this is where we were first like introduced. Oh, these are turned off. Okay. Oh, this was, oh, right. Okay, so you can go two ways. Okay. Okay, that's fair. But Don't we need to... Oh, okay. To go this way. Oh shit. We got it. Fucking A. Got the last grub. So we didn't have to go all the way through this shit. They put, okay. Whoa! Almost. Okay, we shut it all down. Cool. Now we can go get our last charm. Whoa, whoa, they follow. I forgot that they followed. Oh, you know what? We should probably go talk to the NPC. The one that was at the beginning. I don't even know where she is, though. Actually, I think I remember. Yeah, I think she's over here. Yeah, she's over here. Let's see if she has anything to say. Whoa, what the hell? She's aggro now. Well, you attacked me. What the hell? It's coming down here to have a combo. all fucking psycho on me. Oh, you know another one I want to go check out? That one of the first bosses that... Whoa, we're getting fucked up. Holy shit, all these motherfuckers explode. The night guy, there's... I think we can go fight that. Yeah, we're going the wrong way anyways. But we can heal up. Go... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, are you fucking serious? Motherfucker. Hold on. Guess we could try that. Okay, so we're gonna try to go back and do... We killed those brothers, the family of that boss over here. Oh, it's blocked off now. Fuck. Maybe we can go in from the other side. Oh, we gotta go this way anyways, because we gotta turn in grub, get our final charm. Whoop. Hook it up. Hell yeah. Grubber flies elegy. Okay, and what does that actually do? I think it does say when the bear is at full health, they will fire beams of white hot energy from their nail. Oh, so we're gonna get like a big, we're gonna blast a load. All right. Okay, so we've pretty much got every charm in the game. This one though is supposed, you have to do like a quest to like upgrade it. It's like a really long one, at least from what I read. I don't think I'm going to bother with it. It looks like way too much platforming, and I've had enough of the platforming. At least for this style of platforming, it's not really for me. There's this. Let me look how much time we got in the stream. So we're almost 4 hours in, but I think we need to do the final boss. So, and here's the thing. if I don't do the final boss or don't kill the final boss on stream, I'll do it off stream and I'll just include it into the final recording. But because I imagine it's probably going to be like, you know, final bosses should be hard. Sometimes they'll take hours or whatever. I don't know what we're, you know, expected for this, but how much does this take? 3? Okay. Okay. I think one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to back up my save because we're going to go do the, I'm not sure if it's the final boss, but I'm guessing the black symbol there because we got all the masks. But as far as like getting all the items in the game, we're pretty damn close to, you know, having everything. I've opted not to go do the Coliseum to getting the final pale or whatever, which would give us our final nail upgrade, because I really don't want to do another Coliseum. It's just long and not my cup of tea. There's the white flower quest, and that you have to carry the flower all the way across to the other side of the map. I'm definitely not doing that. Then there was this section here. Guess I should just do this. There's another vessel fragment, probably the final one there. More platforming. I'm done. I'm good. Then there was this thing, but we needed another key. I don't know where another key would be. Make sure I don't have it on me right now. Yeah, we don't seem to have any keys. Okay. So what else? Let me go back to the map. Trying to think of anything else that we could potentially do. Yeah. Anyways, let me back up my save here. Reason I'm doing this is because sometimes developers will kind of put you at a point of no return. And if there's something that I could have done before going to the final boss or whatever, because I've had this happen several times in games, it's really fucking annoying. Of having a nice backup save before doing that. That way, if developers like to surprise you with shit, at least you can roll back, save scum, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's see. Don't know. I don't know if it's worth it for the heals. I don't know. It just, for bosses, I just don't think it's probably the practical thing to do, because if you get hit, you have to really, there's a long delay before you get that full charge of a heal back. I wouldn't say it's unfair, but not enough to where I think it would be warranted for a boss fight. Unless that can be paired with, yeah, that's soul focusing only. Like if you could pair it with this and increase the healing, that would maybe, but I kind of don't think that's a good way to go. How many do we, let's see, we have 8 by default. And if we put this on, so we get 2 more. And we're not really going to have time to heal in a fight. Let's go with that. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure this is a final boss fight, so. This is the end. Okay, so this is where we'll change up our charms as needed. I don't expect to get this done today. We're definitely going to try, but I imagine this boss is going to be extremely difficult, very frustrating. So we'll just learn what we can and go from there. If we don't kill it on stream, I'll do it off stream and I'll include it in the final upload for YouTube. The next game we're going to start is Ender Lilies. I've already played a little bit of that, but I'm going to start over from the beginning. And I'm thinking we're going to try to start that tomorrow. %95 complete. Okay. I think the game is 112% to complete. Whoa. I'm guessing my body is outside. Let's see what happens when we do this. Or my ghost. Yeah, there he is. Oh, he's still alive. The Hollow Knight. Ah, okay. I think I see what he's doing there. One second. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. Okay. Those critical hits are loud as fuck. guess we don't have to worry about our ghost as far as money. That's why I backed up my save beforehand, just in case. Though I'm probably not going to play this after I'm done with the game. I'm probably won't be playing it again. Let's try this. Wow, we're moving a lot faster. Whoa, what is that? I haven't seen him do that before. Whoa. So he's got another ability. I imagine he's got several abilities. I was expecting that, but I hadn't seen that one. I don't know what he's doing. Whoa. Whoa. Fuck. No. Fair play. toasted. Attacks that he does, the vertical pillars or whatever that is, are a little difficult to read. I know what the tell for them, that's actually telegraphed very well, but what it's hard to, there's not enough contrast, at least for my eyesight. Yeah, it would have been nice if there was a little bit more contrast. It can be a little bit hard to read. But at least the tell is there. The tell is actually very good. Wow. So I didn't know that. Sometimes he'll put it down and there's no gap in between. That was just a full wall of them. There was no place to stand in between them. Usually there's a place to stand. I guess the closer you are, the less of a gap. I don't know. I hadn't really noticed that until now. Oh, you know what? We might be able to hit him with some the spell attack, the vertical spell, or the aerial, the up attack. How much is this? Yeah, we'll just keep it. Damn. Oh shit. I fucked up there. Oh, no. 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 Man, if I could get underneath him, I didn't have enough health, but if I got underneath him, I might be able to do that spell attack. Fucked up. Man. It's kind of funny that they actually gave you, because we don't really have to use the Stake of Marika like we for the other bosses, because the bench is right outside. So they were generous for the final boss. So, I'm thinking when he does those ranged lava, if you do the dash, I think it would mitigate the damage, and because it's going over you, then you have time to do damage to him. It's a pretty good opening. I can just remember that, incorporate that in, because that's really good. It's a really good damage opportunity. Ah. Trying to do the attack, it's not doing it. I think I might have been pressing the wrong button. Maybe I was pressing the wrong. Yeah, I was pressing the wrong button. I was trying to do the up spell attack. So you can get attacks in if you can get pogoing on him when he's in that state. You get some pretty good damage. Yeah. Second phase. Shit. Is there a third phase? Shit. Defeat the Hollow Knight and become the vessel. Oh, okay, so that's it. We killed the final boss. Okay. Okay. Well, I've kind of spent the first 45 minutes giving my review of the game at the beginning of this particular final stream day. I know there are a lot of people that love this game, and if you're one of those people, more power to you. My opinion doesn't mean shit, because at the end of the day, it's what your opinion is. If you love the game, that's why we play games. If you have fun playing the game, that's all that matters. But at the same time, if other people don't feel the same way you do, you don't have to be an asshole to them just because they have a difference in opinion or they view things differently, and maybe they like something different. This is a deviation in a different direction of a Metroidvania. And there are some amazing things in this game that do better than any Metroidvania that I've experienced, which I talked about at the beginning. The enemy AI, I love the mask system with the soul well, except I do think contact damage should be half a mask, not a full mask. I love the music, the OST, it's very good. The artwork, I'm kind of a little bit in the middle. I actually love Silksong's artwork quite a bit more than Hollow Knight's. They really up the game as far as the artwork and the style. Not that this game isn't good, but the artwork didn't really hit it for me the way a lot of other people. But it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Like for me, it's probably like, 7.5 to an 8, 7.5 to an 8. And that's being a little bit generous. I don't think it's like it stands out. Like there are other games I've played that the artwork, especially like a Metroidvania, it's more of a personal preference. That's all. 2,158 backers. Wow. But in order for me to have at least get some enjoyment out of this game, I did have to mod it. And, I already talked about the mods that I used. I'll rehash that. So I used the Stake of Marika, so I didn't have to do all the runbacks. I used the Geo, I don't know what it's called, but it gives you don't have to farm Geo. So it multiplies the geo. Auto marker so you can see yourself on the map, and auto map update. And then the markers, I did remove that mod, but it was still kind of activated. I don't know if it bound itself to the save, but I did notice on my other test save it didn't do that. So I think once you've already applied it, it almost like it bakes it into your save file. Not a big deal. What other mod did we use? I think that's all of them. And let's look at the completion. So we're at 95%. It took us 61 hours. Now that could have been quite a bit less because I'm very pokey. I like to look around, and also for the most part, like, I didn't watch any walkthroughs. I only looked up certain things that, mostly I had questions about. I didn't start really looking at the map more heavily until towards the end of the game when I was trying to, complete a couple of the things that I wanted to pick up. I did have a map that I started using midway through, but fortunately this was a map that didn't show you like where items were or anything like that. You could just see, you could select what section of the map, very much like when you select a section of the map in the game, and I could look at what I've already covered. So I was able to like mitigate spoilers as far as map unlock. And I think I started that on day 3. Yeah, I think I started at day 3, day 4 at the latest. And this is day 8. And we're at 4.5 hours into the stream. Although I spent like 45 minutes kind of reviewing the game, which was, I might just cut that out and just, upload, because like nobody's going to give a shit about my opinion in this game. That's fine. I don't really see myself replaying this game, not because it's like bad. It's not a bad game, and Team Cherry is certainly not a bad developer, but they've chosen to go with certain design elements for this game that are really going to be for a specific target audience of gamer. And given that I now know that the reviews are grossly inflated, meaning not true, I don't know why. I don't think Team Cherry did that. I think people that really love the game decided to do that, I guess because they wanted to manipulate the algorithm and the positive reviews in order to try to get other people to buy it to help promote the developer, because I've seen people do that before. It's a very dishonest thing to do. The developers are not at fault for that. I don't believe for a second that they're responsible for the positive review bombing on the game. I think it's fans that really love the game. They created multiple accounts and just went and, positive review bombed. And it is true. I pointed that out at the beginning of the stream. All you got to do is go to the Steam reviews and then set the filter to, 10 hours played, and that will bring up all these people that have left reviews that haven't even really played the game. They're just leaving positive reviews. So I don't know if they're all bots. I don't think they're all bots, but they're definitely some. So that doesn't mean that like the game doesn't deserve a positive review. I just think it was overinflated, and I think the community did it to get people to buy the game and try the game. But that's a very dishonest way to go about it. And that didn't really work with Silksong, because a lot of people noticed that. I actually saw quite a few people refunding and also leaving like negative reviews. If you go and look at the reviews of Silksong versus Hollow Knight, it's not as well received. It doesn't mean it's not good. It's because it's for a niche group of audience, people that really want very difficult platforming and are perfectly fine with being punished and punished, with just a slight, you're just slightly off on a jump or slightly off on attack or whatever, and you're, heavily punished. And there are gamers that like that. They want that, and there's an audience for it. And Silksong is definitely for that audience. But I think people have noticed, because Hollow Knight, let's be real, it's not like super hard. In fact, this is like, I find Blasphemous 1 and 2 more difficult than this game. I just chose not to stop doing certain things in this game because I'm not really into platforming, at least this flavor of platforming. The way they did the platforming in this game, it's not bad. It's just not for me. I just got to the point where I was just like, I don't want to do this. It's not enjoyable to me. But I know there are other people that really do, and more power to you. But that doesn't mean I don't like platforming at all. Like, Blasphemous doesn't really have like, it has platforming, but it's not like super hard. There are a couple of points in the game where it can be a little bit challenging, but it's not super hard. And I think that's more my flavor of what I enjoy. I haven't played enough of Ender Lilies to say, because I went back and looked at how much I played, and I played a few days of it. And like I said, I think I quit playing it because Lies of P came out. I don't remember. I'll check. And then when we start it, I'll verify if that's the case. But I love that game. That game was awesome. I just never got back to it. So I did refund Silksong once I realized the style of play and the style of game that it is. But not because it's a bad game. It's just not going to be for me. I actually think it's beautiful. And if I love the soundtrack of this game, which I do, I think the soundtrack of this game is great. I imagine that the OST of Silksong is also probably very good. I know there's that saying, because I know there was a lot of controversy with the Souls games and whether they should have a difficulty, slider, on whether or not the game should, the Souls games. Okay, still soul mode. What is this? No shade, no reviving, death is permanent, ultimate challenge. No. Yeah, this is not for me. I don't. Death is permanent. I don't know. No, I would not want to play that. Well, let's see what it throws me into here. Oh, so it's kind of an unlock. I thought it was converting my character to that. So I guess it's another, like, you can, since I've unlocked it, now I could play with that challenge if I wanted to. I'm not good enough. I'll just keep it simple. I look at it like this. I know, and this is the way I was raised, I know anything I put my mind to, I could definitely do and complete. It may take me longer than maybe somebody else, but I know if I really put my mind to it, I could do it. Same thing with some of the challenges in this game. The thing is I play games for enjoyment. It's my recreational time. So when I do something, I want it to have a good balance of frustration and fun. If the frustration grossly outweighs the fun, I'm not doing it. I'm just not going to do it. And fun is subjective. Let's see if I don't think... Yeah. So I'm just curious what's over here. Oh, so you can refight him again if you want. Okay, we're not doing that. So I guess if you want to replay him. For the final boss, I expected more, to be quite honest. I had more of a difficult time with some of the other bosses than the final boss. But to be fair, when I finished Dark Souls 3 and did the Lord Sender, like, if anybody goes and looks at my first playthrough of that, I killed him on my first or second attempt. I don't know. It wasn't very many attempts. Although I had to do this boss a few times. But yeah, I'm not going to say he was like super easy. There was definitely a challenge there, but not like I was expecting more, like a lot more. Like I was expecting to be stuck on him for a few hours, probably not kill him, and have to come back the next day and try again. Yeah, I've had a lot more difficult time with a lot of the other bosses than this one. I thought the design was good. The fight itself seemed pretty cool. I was expecting a third phase too. I just want to go back over here and see what's up. Let's see what they have to say. She doesn't say anything.
모두랑 나도
So there is a boss that we would be fighting in here. I think it's in here, called Grim. We met her at the beginning, but it's a long quest. We have to equip this, and I read a little bit about it. Once I read, I was like, I don't know if I want to do it because it's really long. And even though the stream is fairly short, I usually don't stream less than 4 hours, but we're already over that. I think I'm just going to start prepping for Ender Lilies. I would like to maybe start that tomorrow. But yeah, for those who are diehard fans of this game, you know, try not to be butthurt just because it's not for me. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you love it. I personally think the game is a bit overhyped. I don't really find it to be a masterpiece. I do find that the developers did certain things with this game far better than almost any other Metroidvania, but there's just only a few things. It's not enough to where I would say it like greatly evolved Metroidvania in any way. If it's into your style of play, if it's something that you enjoy, you know, like I said, more power to you. You know, I know a lot of people don't know this, but it's okay to have a disagreement and still be friends, you know? I mean, it's not like I'm shitting on the developers and saying, oh, the developers are idiots and developers, like, these developers shouldn't be developing games, because there are people that will do that. I don't think I've ever said anything quite that stupid. I hope I've never said anything quite that stupid. I don't recall. And nor have I said, oh, this game is absolute trash, because it's not. But it does have some design issues that are going to be deal breakers for certain gamers. And it's unfortunate. And even with the modding, it like, I think for me, I would maybe be more inclined to come back, revisit the game under one condition. That there was a fast travel from benches. And if I find a mod that works pretty well, that allows me to do that, maybe I will consider replaying the game. But unless I can fast travel between benches, not going to happen. I don't really think it's like, I don't think it should be something that is given at the beginning of the game. I think it should be something that you earn, you know, I would say maybe by the 50% mark. So I think we were at 95%? Yeah, so we're at like 95, I think, to get to platinum the game. I think it's 112%. I'm not going to bother with that, but I think once you hit like the 50% mark, maybe an item that you buy, you should be able to buy or unlock the ability to fast travel between benches. That's just something that the devs should have done. And I honestly think more people would play the game. I really do. And I don't know about Silksong, because I don't know how much of a difference the game is, you know, over there. Even though I've watched quite a bit of gameplay of Silksong, it's actually more fun to watch than it is. Like, I could tell I would be, yeah, it's fun to watch. That's my fun. I'll watch somebody play it, but I'm not going to play it. But yeah, I think we'll end it here. For anybody watching, thank you very much for watching. And we're going to try to kick off Ender Lilies tomorrow. Shouldn't take much. I don't think I need to do anything with the controls. I just might need to adjust the audio, and that's about it. But yeah, so we'll end it here. And like I said, I guess as a final score, right off the top of my head, I'm going to give it a 7. And that's only because I had to mod the game in order to be able to enjoy the game. If I didn't have to mod it, and if the changes that I would want to the game, which are not anything drastic that would like disrupt the actual vision of the game, at least from what I've played, and in my opinion, I think if there were those changes made, 8.5. I don't know if I'd go as far as a 9, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but like even if the changes that I would want made to the game, I don't know if I would go as far as a 9. But I think an 8 to an 8.5 would definitely be fair. And I think giving it a 7 with all the problems with the game is a little bit generous, because there are a lot of problems with the game for somebody like myself. So anyways, that's where I stand with the game. And I don't really plan on replaying it. Kind of like Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's a one and done. But for anybody watching, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next stream.